Welcome to a brand new wave, drowning out the noise that's tame. Liberty whispers through the brave, breaking free from every chain. Nullify the rules they crave, crypto beats that pave the way. Anarchy with minds that's safe, algorithms new dawn today. Out of bounds and out of sight, building futures pure and bright. Escape the grip and win the fight. Welcome into the legacy ride. Beyond control we take a stand, casting off the iron brand. Freedom flowing through our hands, revolution's our command. Decentralize the way we plan, all together we expand. Breaking shackles for the clan, in this journey we're on pan. Out of bounds and out of sight, building futures pure and bright. Escape the grip and win the fight. Welcome into the legacy ride.
Oh, howdy, y'all. I forgot it's Friday. We're back. It's the weekly legacy. My bad. I was just reading some knowledge drop by the great Scott Horton. Yeah, it says here that soon after the attack, this is what I was reading actually. Christopher met with Yeltsin and his foreign minister in Moscow. The secretary assured him that the U.S. would not expand the NATO alliance. Well, that kind of sums up the Ukraine and why it's enough already. Enough already, really. I am the legacy of Jennifer Int Kaiser. I am Zachary Kaiser, your humble captain. You may call me Jean-Luc Picard. And welcome in there, Andrew Joseph.
Hey, what's going on?
Howdy.
I saw that look. I know what he's thinking.
What am I thinking?
He really wasn't reading that book. He was just saying he
No.
was.
I was just saying I was. You're exactly right. I am reading that book, and I did actually read something. I really did read from the book, but the fact of the matter is I just got into the Bill Clinton years, so I'm just starting that. It's a very long book. It's very big, and I'm a very slow reader anymore.
I'm sure.
And
I'm
I got
sure
a
we'll
number of
have a
other-
large section of war crimes involved in that book.
Oh, of course. Actually, I think the two largest, for what it looks like, the two largest sections, chapters, whatever you want to call them, is in fact Bill Clinton and George W. Bush.
W.
But Donald Trump gets two sections.
Well, he had 2 terms, and he's on the second one now. So
exactly. So what the hell is up with you today, Andrew? It's like I just saw you yesterday.
I don't know. Right? I'm just kind of floating through. I'm haunting the IRS,
anyway,
just like Elon Musk.
Hold up. Where is your red, dude? It's
I'm
Valentine's
sorry.
Day.
I can't help
Happy
it.
Valentine's Day, everybody.
I decided to include that in the little promo that we're gonna watch here in just a second. That's my red.
There you go. That's
So,
yeah, it's a great movie, by the way. Great movie, actually. Happy Valentine's Day to each and every one of you. And I hope that you all have a little something something planned with the love of your life. Go out and get some action tonight. It ain't about flowers and chocolate anymore, everybody. It's not about dinner or even a movie. Although maybe you can watch this movie. You know what? Break it out, Andrew.
all right. You want the trailer first? Yeah, let's just go with the clip because the clip's always really good. All right. Now that's the clip. And here's the trailer. Now, you saw the red, right? I don't have to go back to play through again. So here we go.
Toho.
House.
スイート、私あなたを救えなかった。
I see in your eyes where tomorrow is hiding in my heart. There's a bell ringing loud at the touch of your lips. Down the rainbow, I'm sliding. Little arrows keep falling as Spreaker cloud.
House.
Happy Valentine's Day. I love that movie.
That movie is great, a great movie. And after you get into that movie with your loved one tonight, go ahead and get freaky with some Rosemary's Baby.
Wow,
Also,
PTSD, here I go.
basically. I mean, also a great movie. Also a really good movie. Too bad the director of that film is potential child predator, Roman Polanski.
Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you.
Do you think he did it? Do you think he actually?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them, but I mean, I wasn't there.
He
It's all
did
just
run.
hearsay by some media.
Yeah, he did. He did run to France, where they don't extradite you.
But they actually got you from Taiwan, so don't be like distributed.
I don't know. They probably fixed the treaty at this point, but who knows? But accordingly, she was 15. He was like 40 something.
Yeah, well, it's not the 1800s anymore. You can't just do that.
You can't just do that anymore, Roman. So great movie though, freaky movie, PTSD moments all over the place. You will probably see Satan in the womb for the remainder of your life when you see that movie. So what is the significance of Monster?
Monster, that's a great energy drink, but that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about House and how it's
Oh,
haunted.
what the fuck?
Just
My
just
bad.
like the IRS is being haunted
There
by
is
Elon
there
Musk.
is a movie. There is a movie called Monster. My bad. House. I meant House.
Well, I mean, it's haunted, and it's full of all these stories, and so is the IRS because Elon Musk is taxing the shit out of them right now with their audits. He's auditing the shit out of them for taxes.
You think? What do you think about that? Do you think
I
that's
mean,
real?
it makes for real grade A quality TV, that's for sure. I don't think
No,
it's
it
actually,
does.
well, we'll see what happens. It's too soon. It just happened yesterday. Obviously, the day right before Valentine's Day, because everybody's gonna wanting to be off today, so they're gonna ruin their lives like they ruin ours.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You think they're not, you think they're nobody's going to be coming to work on Monday?
Oh man, if they have a job,
I mean, I,
it would be nice. I can dream.
it would. You can dream, but do you really think they're actually going to get rid of the IRS?
Well, I mean, I'm sure they could probably strip it down and take all those IRS agents to the border like they already did.
No, I mean, theoretically, but I mean, truth be told, it is a ratified amendment, regardless of what you have to say about it, and the I don't know the highly illegal means of how they got its ratification, the old 17th Amendment. The fact of the matter is it's not really up to Trump or Elon or the executive branch, period. You have to go through the courts. The courts have to strict it on the record that it is an unconstitutional ratified amendment. That or it goes to straight back to to Congress, which this ain't ever going to happen. And Congress has to amend the bill for the convenience of the states. 2/3 of the Congress, both houses, and then 3/4 of the states have to pass and ratify an amendment for which Trump signs that effectively appeals or repeals the 17th Amendment. So you'd have to have a 28th Amendment ratified in order to repeal the 17th Amendment.
Well, we live in a
Do you
very
thi-
unusual time right now. I'm just going to throw this out here on a limb because
Well,
it's Valentine's Day and we're talking about the
mhm,
IRS being audited. Uh,
mhm.
where is Jeanette McCurl going? She has a new project. What do you think that is? I'm just speculating. I think she's going to be an advisor up there in Washington for the Donald Trump White House, but that's just speculation. I don't know.
An advisor for what?
That I don't know. I'm just a libertarian in chief advisor. I don't know. I mean,
Who
she
is
worked.
this? I didn't hear the name. You cut out on my end.
I'm sorry, Angela McCardle from the
Oh,
Libertarian
McCardle.
National Convention. McCardle, my bad.
Mm. Um, that's a good question. There is one potential advisoryship that I think would make for something for her and under Donald Trump, but I don't know if she has the quote unquote gonads for it.
Yeah,
Not like somebody else who was an intern for another president.
yeah. I mean, that's talk to a girl right there.
Monica Lewinsky, the first hot Tua girl in the White House. So, but honestly, I don't know. I would assume when it comes to Angela, to be real here instead of shit talking,
Because we love to
I
do
could
that.
see her. We do. We love to do, especially when it involves the Libertarian Party. What a shithole! Oh, excuse me, because who's hype? Bless you, Zach. Thanks, Andrew, for not blessing
You're
me. God, yeah.
you're not the
But
king of the cocks.
I'm not. I'm the Libertarian Tupac.
Okay, that's fair enough.
You got. I can't be. I have hair, dude. I can't be Robbie.
Yeah, I know.
So
But that's
plus I
copyright
smoke on.
infringement.
Yeah.
So
Plus, is it? Would it be copyright infringement? Are they copyrighted?
I don't know. Let's check in with Spooner and see what he has to say about copyright, and I'll get back to you.
Let's check in with Spooner, man. Hey,
How
Spooner.
you
Oh
doing,
wow,
Lysander?
Spooner, you got
There you
blurry.
go.
How you doing, Spooner? He's a little shy today.
Yeah.
Anyway, but anyways, like back to Angela, an advisoryship that she would probably most certainly get is something along the lines of within probably the parameters of like what the chief of staff of the White House runs. Maybe so
Yeah.
she'll probably work in that field. somewhere where it's kind of aligned and parallel to Donald Trump, where you're in his ear running things within the White House. So, part of the chief of staff team would actually make a lot of sense if that's the case. Then again, she could also be an advisor to Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Could
since
be.
he just got confirmed. So Robert F. Kennedy was confirmed. Everybody, it's official. So
But that would be really interesting to see what happens if she did get an official nomination for something.
an
One
official
time the
nomination.
libertarian, yeah, well, I mean, a position. The one time a
Yeah, I was
libertarian
gonna
actually
say.
did something, and they're not even in office.
Mm, you know, RFK is a libertarian, right?
Right? For life. For life.
Is it for life?
I
I
don't
know
know.
he's a
Check with
member.
NWO. We'll get back.
Yeah, I know he's a member, but still, I mean, it'll be interesting on how this kind of it'll be interesting how it scoops up. So, especially with the RFK saga. Honestly, speaking of RFK, we'll get back to the taxes and IRS. But what do you think of RFK?
I mean, he can't answer a question as if healthcare is a universal right or not. Talk about a real sticker to the regulations there.
Is healthcare
Holding a strong position.
right or not? Is healthcare right or not? I don't
Yeah.
know. I sounded more like fucking Rydrick Hein or was it Reinhard Heydrich or Heydrich Reinhardt? Who cares? It's a worthless piece of shit Nazi. But it sounded more like a German Nazi.
Mm.
Is it all right? It's all right. 999.
Hey, stop making fun of Hurricane's tax plan. It would have worked.
So, are we? I don't know, man. We living under the Fourth Reich?
I don't think so.
according to the left of the aisle, yeah. What is with that? Why is that the narrative right now to call Trump Hitler and literally Hitler and his administration completely Nazi?
It's the only thing that they can appeal to. It's the worst possible debasement that people recoil at. So of course they're going to jump straight to it, try to sling its name to the mud.
I mean, to be fair, I mean the Republican base are calling the Democrats commies. So I mean, you're both commies. Everybody, shut up. But the Trump administration right now looks to be patient. Patience is a virtue. We'll see what happens. I'm not the one to. I don't like politics. I don't think there's a political solution, but we seem to be trending in the right direction.
Anyone we can get is worth having, but it's all about your time preference. If you can afford to wait 2 days, you can afford to wait 4 days, and then a week and 2 weeks. It's all about gathering up the wins as most effectively as we can.
Yeah, and speaking of a win with the auditing of the IRS, if by any way, shape, or form the IRS can be taken out, would that be a win for Roger Ver and
I think
Ian
so.
Freeman as well? Do you think
I
that
think so.
that they'll? I mean, there would be no reason to pursue his charges. I mean, they're all tax related anyways.
These policies aren't law. They're just their preferences. There's a difference between a preference and a law, and he's violating their preferences. So if they just sweep all the preferences out the window because they're reforming the whole system, well then he has a slam dunk case as it is. He already did, but I'm just saying it's even better for his point of view.
I don't think he ever did because it's lawfare. They're at war with him. They want to set an example with him. I mean, he's facing 109 years. Yeah. If that's not at war with somebody to truly take them out, then I don't know what is.
Well, I mean, I guess you win. I'll sign up my cattle here and I'll pack home. I'll see you later.
I mean, yeah. But
I understand
right.
what you're saying. I'm just saying, if anybody who actually pays attention goes and looks it over for 5 seconds, they can see it's obviously, complete manipulation.
Good morning, Jeff.
Hey, what's going on?
But anyways, you were saying something, Andrew? I got sidetracked. I didn't hear.
I'm just saying,
Did
anybody
anybody else
who's
hear him? Did anybody else hear Andrew? Did we care?
I'm not the real.
We don't care. Who doesn't want to see the IRS go away? Exactly, Jeff. Who wouldn't? I mean, it's just how do we go around that? So I was just kidding, Andrew. Go ahead and
It's
continue.
okay. No, I'm just saying, anybody who actually takes the time to sit down and read the tea leaves of the situation, it's a slam dunk case in this case. They're obviously abusing him, and they're just taking every little inch that they can get because they know nobody's paying attention to the mile.
Yeah, my worry is what if they decide, instead of trying to use the legal means to take him down, legal means,
The aggressive means, yeah, the violent means, like,
yeah,
yeah.
what's stopping them from deciding to go the
There's
violent
nothing
route?
stopping them. They took out John McAfee, right? So they're just trying. He's actually going through and trying to do everything by the book, and he's got a media presence already, so they can't just take him out.
You think that's the reason why they haven't taken him out? Is it because he has
I mean,
somewhat of a media exposure?
I think, yeah, he's got enough people who know who he is, and it wouldn't look good on them to take out Bitcoin Jesus.
I mean, to be fair, John
He didn't even
McAfee
like
was.
He didn't like the name Bitcoin Jesus, by the way. They just gave it to him. People
They just
on the
gave it
media.
to him. Yeah. To be fair, McAfee, people knew him, but they didn't really know of him.
Yeah.
So
They knew the illustration of who he was, who he wanted them to see. The gimmick.
yeah.
It's kind of like
gimmick,
Hulk Hogan
I don't
and
think.
Terry Bollea. They're two different
Yeah.
people, but they're so tightly intertwined. It's really impossible to know for sure.
Oh, like when they got into the politics.
Yeah.
I just mean nobody really knows. Nobody knows exactly who John McAfee was, pertaining towards the real. It doesn't matter the gimmick or whatever. That was actually him. Really, like, he was an eccentric guy, and he was probably the freest of all because he literally left as well, just like Roger did. Of course, he was a true fugitive on the open seas like a pirate.
Right.
When they ran him out of Belize, but we really don't. Nobody necessarily knew who John McAfee truly was. They just knew, was that the guy that made McAfee virus?
Yeah.
I mean, he helped develop it. He sold it. He made his money up on it.
He was
Sure.
He was a foundational creator of it, and then he sold it off to people that were interested in the image. They're only interested in the marketing. They're not interested in actual delivery. Until somebody files a lawsuit against them, and then then they're interested in how it's delivered.
Oh, and it's the software updates and fixing bugs, and McAfee was terrible.
Well, after he left it.
It was terrible then too, but whatever. Not a big fan of virus software anyways. It's just one big virus. They're giving you a big virus to stop viruses on your computer.
And no one
pray
should
to
have
Jesus,
to use that
people.
cancer.
Yeah. Pray to Jesus, people. No, really, joke. Really, there's this cultist Catholic church. Needless to say, I'm a Catholic, but these people are fucking beyond retarded. They used to have like a sign. They spray painted on a stop sign, like a few years ago. Not far, like probably a couple miles down from the church, and it said, "Please pray for all of our computers with viruses."
Man, I must have saw a different sign than you did.
Oh, what was that sign?
It was just when I was a kid. I remember going through the Cincinnati area and seeing a sign that it's Jesus sitting there with an aborted baby, and he said, pray for their souls," something like that, and it's raining blood.
I mean, that's kind of sick, but at the same time, I kind of understand that one. This was
Yeah.
out in the middle of nowhere in Indiana, in southern Indiana, and weird.
It's
Weird.
Covington. I mean, people don't know where that is, but
Yeah, I mean Covington. The problem I got with Covington is they're actually progressive. So what do you take on this that Jeff says? I like how he donated a laptop. Did he do this? I don't remember.
he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah. What a sweet
He
Jesus.
laced them, and he collected information. At least that's this is all a part of the gimmick. We don't know for sure.
Oh, John, rest in peace. I don't think you're dead. I think you pulled a Tupac Machiavelli effect, and you're somewhere in Texas doing heroin right now. He would do it. He would be the one doing. He'd be banging up dope,
I
tripping
could
off
see
mushrooms and smoking weed.
I could see ghosts in the whole world coming back like 20 years from now. Hey guys, what's going on? But no, I think he's dead.
No, yeah, you ain't getting out of a Spanish prison.
Yeah.
That's where people go to get. In fact, I think honestly, you know what? I'm just gonna bring it up. I think Spain is I think it's the execution chamber for the Jews. By Jews, I mean the Jews send you to die in Spain.
Mm.
We're canceled.
You're
You're supposed
canceled.
to
I
say-
never said anything. I never said anything about Jews in my life.
Hey, I'm allowed, YouTube.
Yeah.
No, but IDS. You were supposed to say when I said that, you were supposed to be like IDS, IDS, IDS.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Andrew.
Let me know in the future what you do and pull a meme like that.
That one's for hold on.
Sean?
That one was for Sean.
Okay.
Sweet boy. He'll be back. Hopefully. It may not be politically charged, but he'll be back. And better than ever. And balder.
Hey, that's my job.
That is, yeah. He might even be clean shaved. God, that would be freaky.
I'm scared.
Sean with a head of hair. He comes back when he brings back Buzz in reality with its new fame and glory. He'll have long flowing locks and no beard.
Pivot.
So, anyways, Andrew, what more has gone on this week? What's going on? Are the Democrats promoting slavery still, or are they just fully straight up communists?
They've always been in favor of that particular subject. Look at how they they outsource to China for iPhone production.
Mm-hmm. That's the
Straight
reason
out
why
of
they want
California.
that's the reason why they're bitching and crying and moaning about the Trump's massive deportation policies. They don't want to lose their cheap labor.
They've always
Who's gonna clean Bernie Sanders' 5 mansions, dude? You get rid of all the illegal immigrants.
H-1B students.
Oh, is that what they're doing now? The H-1B.
Well, I mean,
the H-1B1.
They're not going to work for the chocolate factory anymore. That's for sure. Or for the resorts in Gatlinburg. That happens a lot. I live there.
I thought that, but according to Elon and everybody, they're working in tech. You mean that's not true? They're actually working in
I'm
Gatlinburg
sure there
these days?
are. I mean, they're all over the place, man. The people come in, from all over the world, just so they can, say, "Oh, I worked in the United States for a little while as a college student."
Happy birthday, Abe. Belated birthday. You've done it. It was just the wrong party. Why do you think that is? I mean, the Republican Party was founded by literal socialists, but why do you think the political split occurred around the 20th century and the Democrats took a hold of the progressive movement?
Well, I mean, they're both just different interpretations of the same playbook. I mean, Abraham Lincoln corporatized, the Republican Party and centralized it just the same way as FDR did, and ton of other people.
Are you saying that the Democrats are just the Republicans and the Republicans are socialists, so they're all a bunch of commies?
It's just
Is that what we're?
It's the same gimmick, man. It's just a different head of the horse.
Linton. Where you know what? Linton is that like? I'm on the eastern side, so closer to Cincinnati. Where is Linton? That looks like a cool town to go check out. I like small towns. I like small town America and driving through. So, small world though. Small world there, Jeff. Andrew here is from hell. It's from
Covington,
hell.
Florence, Indiana, Gatlinburg. I'm not Gatlinburg.
Nigga, you ain't from
Greendale.
Covington.
No, it's okay. I said it before in another episode where I'm from.
Nope, that's not what I meant. Oh, Muncie. Actually, Muncie's not that far, surprisingly, from me. It's just on the eastern side of Indianapolis. To the north, to Yorktown. I like Muncie. Muncie's a cool little area. It's been a while since I've been in Muncie, though. But that's only like 2.5 hours from me. Yeah, it's a shithole, Jeff. I've heard of Covington. Yeah, Covington, Kentucky, the most progressive place you'll ever discover in northern Kentucky.
Well, there's several,
Well,
it's
there's
a very
Newport.
diverse area.
There's Newport. There's Florence. Andrew, if you saw Florence now, man, it's gotten so big.
Surprised.
It's just the influx of so much trash and the policies that get implemented. It really is turning into a leftist shithole.
Well, that's what happens when you build on top of things that you don't have anywhere to build on. You need to spread out, not centralize.
I'm actually, because of Boone, Kenton, and Campbell, which most of the population is to the north, closest to Cincinnati and the river. I'm very surprised that Thomas Massey. Let me finish. I'm very surprised Thomas Massey was able to actually hold on to his seat in Congress for so long, just because of those 3 counties in the most progressive area of those counties.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The context of the situation, that's where Thomas Massey's from. But you already said it, so
yeah. So, and most of the population is up near the tip. So I don't know. Maybe they're all progressive, but then they're voting with. They know that he wants to leave them the fuck alone.
I'm moving back to Taylor Mill.
Crestview, Florida. Next to the Air Force. Hey, I would join the Air Force just to not get drafted. We got till 39, Andrew. So just in case. If we got to go hide, we'll just go hide in the Air Force. No. Space Force.
Space Force.
At least we get to learn about Space Force. No.
It's second. Speaking of the Air Force. What happened?
Awesome.
Sorry, I was trying to pull something up.
Awesome. The tank to Florida, Crestview, Florida. I joined to find out about aliens. Wouldn't we all, Jeff? Wouldn't we
Right.
all? Yeah. Hopefully we find a little bit more out now that Trump is the president. I don't
Look at
think that's
that.
going to be the case, but what am I looking
Department
at?
of Defense, Department of the Air Force,
Active
active
social
social
engineering defense.
engineering defense, large scale social deception, LSD.
LSD. I knew it.
Yes, sir. They're on
I
drugs.
knew it. They're all on drugs. Holy
Just
shit,
like this
they're on
podcast.
drugs. I mean, you might be on drugs, man. I'm a almost 15-year recovering addict. I'm done with drugs.
Okay.
Damn cheerful.
Air Force One.
So, Air Force One. So, again, let's get back to House. So what was the premise of the House? I
Well,
want you to
it's
think.
supposed.
And while you think,
You mean spoil the movie, or do we just kind of?
give your drive. But while you're doing this,
Sure. Ooh, Squirm Cam. Hold on just a second. Zach will be back in just a second. No, House is a really good movie. It's about these teenagers in Japan after World War II, and it's back in the 70s, right? So, of course, everything's on acid. And they go to visit this one girl's family, and she's by herself, and she's basically like haunted the entire area. And it's just a really good movie. It's got a bunch of special effects that they were just making their debut appearance on and stuff like that. So I'd check it out if I was you. But I'm not going to tell you what to do. It's just something to consider.
awesome. So what do you think? What do you think it has? What kind of drive does it pertain towards? Why should people watch it for Valentine's Day?
Well, I just explained that, but you stepped away.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. Well, goodbye, Andrew. So, and as far as good movies, what other recommendations do you have for this Valentine's Day massacre night?
Mm,
And by
Quiet On's a
massacre,
good.
I mean by
Quiet On's a good
massacre, and
movie.
I'll let you finish. By massacre, I mean what's probably going to happen in the bedroom after dinner. It is Valentine's Day.
Right.
Go on, Andrew.
Quiet On's a good movie. It's actually multiple like horror movies and built into one. There's 4 of them. And a little backstory, right? People think it's a Japanese. It was actually an American who was in Japan during the 1800s. And what he did was he tried to emulate Japanese horror, like how it was written. And it actually just took off and everyone loved it. And so it became like a fixation of Japanese culture for a long time. And then they, like I said, they came out with a movie like back in the 60s or 70s about it. I think it was the 60s. It's 4 different little mini movies in one.
Go on. That it?
Well, I mean, I don't
Any
want to
other
ruin
movies?
anything.
Any other movies you want to recommend? Books? Board games?
Not
Sex
how,
games?
not. I think there's an Uno card game now for adults where you just strip off, but I'm not gonna.
Wait, hold up. Did you just say an Uno card game for adults?
Yeah.
Uno?
I saw it and I saw it in the Walmart
Come
the other
on.
day. I thought it was kind of wild.
Come on, baby. Let's play some Uno.
Just come up with anything
This
nowadays.
That's basically, honestly, actually, let's transition to that. Why do you think that is? What's up with the culture of the day and why
Well,
everything is embroidered with, it's either all alcohol. I mean, there's breweries everywhere, or in the advertising is either pharmaceutical or beer. And then everything is enmeshed into a societal culture of sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Well, I mean,
basically,
decades and
without the
decades of sex sells, right? And then you got people not playing board games anymore because everyone's playing video games or reading books. So why not spice it up with Uno? Everyone loves Uno.
Hmm. But I prefer Cards of Humanity though. That gets
I never
spicy
played that.
enough. It's absolutely hilarious. Have you ever played Apples to Apples? Like a
Nope.
kid's version? Oh well. Basically you go off of you're asked a question, it relates to like life realism. Most of it's a little bit sick, perverted, sexualized. But it's quite humorous though. It is pretty fun.
I'm a,
It is.
I'm a black pilled nihilist, so it doesn't matter
Why are you a black pilled nihilist? Define that.
because people hate black pilled nihilists. Exactly why I hate
Do
it, and it's why I am one.
Why?
It's-
Let's. You know what? This is psychology time. Why is it that? Why are you a nihilist? What is so soothing for you to perceive the world through a dark lens?
Well, I'm being facetious here, but I do have 66% PTSD, so traditional and complex. So I get off to that kind of thing. I think it's funny.
You get off
push
to that
people.
kind of thing, Andrew. You need to calm down. You need to chill, and you need to go to Brookville, Indiana, and go to Pizza King. Hell yes, Jeff. Hell yes.
Listen,
I'd go to Pizza King and order a royal
that,
feast. Then I'd get myself a Wix sugar cream pie. And if I had any room left, I'd get myself the biggest tenderloin sandwich ever. Pickles and mutton. Oh my God. That sounds. Stop. Stop it, Jeff. You're making me want a
you're making me-
tenderloin sandwich with pickles and mustard. Well, I don't know about the mustard on chicken.
but
Dijon. Now, actually, you know what? Dijon mustard. Dijon mustard on a
they
tenderloin
they
sandwich.
they
That's
they
good.
brought down a La Rosa's Pizza to Knoxville, and it survived for a little while, and then it went out of business, which is absolutely horrible. They didn't have this. They had the marketing from Cincinnati and Knoxville, so people like didn't understand the whole situation. Why would I call this number if the Reds win a game?
Because you might get free Skyline. Pork tenderloin.
Right?
Oh, my bad. Pork tenderloin sounds really good right now. Stop it, Jeff. You're making me hungry. I'm about to go drive down to I don't know. One of them little towns, one of the little towns in southern Indiana. I'm about to go to Salem and go get something from Salem just to say I'm in Salem.
Hmm.
So nice town actually. The coolest courthouse in the middle of the square because they have a square in their downtown that you go around. Coolest courthouse, in my opinion, ever in Salem, Indiana. It looks like a freaking castle. Anything more to say? We're gonna talk about food. You want to talk about food, Andrew? You want to talk about Indiana? You want to talk about sex sells, drugs, and rock and roll?
Gary,
What
Indiana,
does this
class of lot 5.
Yes, Gary, Indiana.
That's a good
class
movie
of-
too. The Music Man.
So
That's a good Valentine's movie. As a
it's-
clean Valentine's movie. I mean, it's not specifically for Valentine's, but it applies.
I'm gonna show you something. All right, this is for Valentine's, everybody. See this? That's Ben Shapiro. This is the juice. Oh,
Oh, yeah, you're gonna get canceled. I think
happy
Eric
Valentine's
Bischoff,
Day, Ben Shapiro.
Eric Bischoff said that controversy creates cash, but then he also said that he was forced to write that book. I don't think he really enjoyed it.
Do you think you wait?
He said
really
he
think
he
that
was
he was-
asked he was asked to write that book for the company, but he wasn't really interested in actually pontificating on that particular strategy.
Wasn't
Put it that
wasn't he no longer with WWE though? I thought
No, I think he was. And maybe it was part of his contract. He may not have been like on TV, but he was still under contract, if I remember correctly
Was
from
he?
the interview he had.
I thought when he left WWE, I could have sworn he was just done with the contract.
I don't know.
Speaking of wrestling, though, we have our first matchup for the Sunday, what I assume will be the Sunday night main event of WrestleMania this year. Your Royal Rumble winner, Jey Uso and Gunther for the World Heavyweight title. That leaves
Not
Cody
Gunther.
Rhodes. Gunther. That leaves Cody Rhodes awaiting whoever wins the Elimination Chamber match, which right now includes John Cena, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, and wait for it, Logan Paul. Yes, Andrew, Logan Paul. That Logan Paul, the brother of Jake, the guy that had probably the worst exhibition match with Mike Tyson ever. That was really bad. Not only for the fact that Netflix still didn't have their shit together, they haven't fucked up much with Raw though. What do you? Depending on how it shakes out for the last two matches, and who we know is in the Elimination Chamber now. Yes, we're going wrestling right now. This is part of culture, everybody. Who do you think is winning? Coming out of the Elimination Chamber match, not even watching it, not even just knowing who's in it right now. Yeah, Cena, Punk, McIntyre, Paul, and then whoever the next two are. Which
Well,
most
there's a
likely
tell. John Cena has come out with, or they came out with a action figure for John Cena, and he's clear and see through. So obviously that's an inference.
He's
They
clear
want
and
people
see through.
Yeah. I could see if I can find a picture real quick. Hold on a second.
Ooh. That's also a good movie, The Last Starfighter. Deal. But what are we looking at? You're looking for a picture of a see-through, translucent John Cena. So, in fact, they can see him.
Let me see. It's not the Funko Pop. Hold on just a second. It was like a preview. Let me see. Here it is.
While you're getting that up,
I found it. Hold on.
Yeah. If you are listening on the podcast format and want to see what Andrew's doing, come check us out on YouTube, Rumble, X, Twitch, and Facebook. I don't know what the Facebook one is. That's Andrew's Facebook. But Legacy Right or The Legacy Right or Legacy Zach.
That's right. Here we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, check this out. Transparent John Cena.
What? Hold up. You know what? Is that the lock and chain? Are we going to see it hinting that John Cena is going to have a heel turn towards the end of his retirement turn and go back? Are we going to at least get the word life? We're going to at least get basic thugonomics as back as the entrance theme, aren't we?
That would be funny.
That would be awesome, actually. At least it would be worth watching John Cena on WWE television. Because at least maybe he'll come down and he'll spit a rhyme that, I don't know, calls Cody Rhodes a faggot or something.
All right.
Oh.
Because he can say that on YouTube now. Michael Malice saved the day.
Oh, Michael Malice saved the day. We can call people
No, I'm
faggot,
sorry.
Huh?
I was thinking a retard.
I was going to say, oh, man, you made me say faggot 3 times. Faggot.
What is this, Beetlejuice?
Well, I mean, at this point, I said it 4 times, so Beetlejuice didn't show up. Gay Beetlejuice. Hey!
Maybe next season.
Maybe next season. Just don't do the Roman salute. As long as we don't do the Roman salute or say Trump 100 times, I think we're safe.
Just make sure that the video is mirrored, like it was on a World Blockchain Roundtable yesterday.
What, when I went like this, you can't see my hand for one, and I got to go straight up. It is mirrored,
Okay.
though. It is mirrored. It is. So any other news there, Andrew, that you want to discuss? What else did we get ourselves into in this week? It's been relatively a slow week this week in news
It has.
and current events.
They're building up for the next push, right? Which is
Mhm.
obviously
What do you think?
strategically planned. But the thing about the IRS is they're moving in stride. But no, this week we talked about the second episode of Breaking Monero, and I really enjoyed listening to that. This is a little long episode. There's one more that's gonna be long like that, but most of them are pretty short. So
Meeting Macho
lawyers
Man
won't
and
allow it.
Elson.
Slim Jim
Like-
package. Man, man, my
That's
dad
awesome.
worked for the airline industry, and they used to have Hulk Hogan like go to the back entrance and stuff like that, so people wouldn't see him. And he met him. He said
Mhm.
he wasn't as big as he looks like on TV.
I believe it. I believe it. I am a real American,
He
5
can actually
foot
play the
8
guitar.
and really fat. I am a real American,
Don't quit your
5
day job.
foot 8 and really fat. Yeah, Hulk Hogan should probably quit his day job, which is the Donald Trump dance, which
Yep.
eerily looks like he's jerking off Bibi Netanyahu, which might be real, everybody, considering
That's why
he pushed
Jack
it.
likes to do the dance.
Anyways, you were saying something. I mean, don't let the comments like distract you, man. You were
No,
talking
I'm
about
just
breaking
saying.
Monero. There was a
Yeah,
lot of
no, I mean,
a lot of. That's awesome. Mm-mm.
I remember seeing Mark Henry in the airport once. Man, that guy is huge. I didn't even
I
approach
believe
him.
it.
Like they go through enough. They've got enough on their plate. I don't want to go in and like, oh, just another one of those fans. I'm like, no, let's just let him have his piece. He needs 5 minutes to himself. The guy was
Oh,
huge.
especially in the line of work that they're in, where they
Yeah.
really don't get their only peace of mind they pretty much get is on the plane,
Is
really.
yeah.
And even then,
Or
that's
when they're
probably. Mm-hmm.
when they're at the freaking hotel by themselves, if they're lucky enough to get a hotel room by themselves. I mean,
Yeah, a lot
usually
of
they
times they
split 'em.
don't. Mm-hmm. It's cheaper. Although nowadays, I don't know how the contracts work now. Nowadays, it's probably paid for. I mean, now that Vince McMahon doesn't run anything, the family's not in charge. It's TKO. Contracts are different. They probably have certain better benefits. Wouldn't be surprised if they weren't independent contractors anymore. They're
Yeah.
probably contracted in W-2 employees,
Do
on
you think
salary.
do you think that Vince is really going to try to come up with another promotion?
No. I mean, maybe, but no. I think he's too old. I think at this point, it's too old, too late. I mean, who's going to invest?
I don't know. If Shane runs it, I mean, or something like that, that would be
I
kind
could
of
s-
weird.
Yeah,
Like in
that
his
would be.
like he'd be like the C capital for Shane to run it in his his own perspective of what wrestling is. So
I mean, I could see Shane actually trying to, but I think Shane would fail miserably.
Yeah.
I just don't think he has the gonads and the confidence, and I also think he's an idiot. I don't think he could run a organization like his father, or I mean, Stephanie could probably go and run her own organization.
she
'Cause
had
she
this
is,
she had this nose for the
yeah,
business.
yeah, she is
It's
the one that's definitely more of her father than anything. Shane is more like his mother, a
yeah.
woman.
Thank you, Vince. Thank you, Vince.
So which is still entirely hilarious that Linda McMahon has she been confirmed yet since they're getting rid of the Department of Education?
I'm pretty sure she did, but she also confirmed that she's divorcing him to Vince.
Divorcing Vince. What is her
Yeah.
divorcing? She's been divorced from Vince. I'm
Well, I mean,
talking
like
about
making it official. Like there's no more like legal attachment or whatever you want to call it. Just
oh
they're
yeah.
not
How
they're not such
what
thing
does
at
that
all.
have to do? What does that have to do with her being confirmed as the Department of Education secretary, but the Department of Education is no longer going to be in existence?
I guess she's going her own way, just like those MGTOWs.
So, okay. Well, I bet she's going to get some type of job, right?
Yeah. She sees all the corporations go downhill.
Hmm. But I mean, I'm being serious though. Like, what's going to go on with that appointment? Since obviously the Department of Education on the federal level is going to be obliterated, from what it looks
I
like,
mean,
what has been announced.
maybe she's gonna be ahead of the IRS next.
Come on, Linda. Come on, Donald. Appoint her to the IRS. Do it. No more hot Carls on top of Linda's chest from Vance. Oh God. We're not talking about that one. But anyways, back to breaking Monero as we close out, Andrew.
Yeah.
Let's close out with some crypto.
Well, third episode should be pretty good. It's like I said, it's gonna be a lot shorter. But I'm sure you're gonna have lots of questions that you write down. But this time it shouldn't be, such a lengthy video, so it makes it a little easier to explain.
Yeah, and that's a series that will be going on every Wednesday from here on out until we complete it, Crypto Wednesday. So check that out. If you don't check out Legacy News Monday or Tuesday, check out the Wednesday episode that has a lot to do with the crypto atmosphere. At least we try to. So the culture, the politics attached to it, and then of course the economics. Mm-hmm.
Try to go through some of the older content that people might have seen in the past, so that they have a better chance of seeing it now.
So what is this that Apple Eater is looking at? I think he's talking about your background there, Andrew.
It's K-On! It's one of the best animes of all time.
You're a fucking nerd.
I know. I got to be your podcast co-host.
You are a dork. You are a loser. You are a weirdo. You are an.
I'm a
otaku.
nihilist. Doesn't matter.
So,
Just don't tell Ezra.
so is that why
nihilists.
you're in the anime? Is that why you're in the anime? Because you're a nihilist?
Yes.
Good
No.
show. Good show. We'll close out. We have a latecomer, it seems like, but a new face. So just do a rundown of some news there, Andrew. Just a quick
Like
rundown.
I said, this week it's been kind of spicy at the end of the week, but throughout the rest of the week it's been okay. It just auditing the IRS just happens every week,
And we'll see if the IRS actually gets audited, and we'll see if maybe we just need to go the autocratic route, and Trump needs to just dismantle it with an executive order, and hopefully that sets up enough precedent to where the next administration doesn't take that executive order and say this wasn't legal.
Maybe
And
we
then
should just
they
shut the
go
whole
back
system. Shut the whole system down and create an Articles of Confederation.
You want? Hey, if Trump does that, that'd be awesome. Fuck it, do it.
Everyone's got
You know
their
what?
money
Donald
now.
Trump.
No, nobody's got
Donald
their name on
Trump.
the contract of Constitution anymore. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, you know what? Donald Trump. Where the?
I don't know where you put it.
Oh,
Fuck.
Trumpin'. I be Trumpin'. Donald Trumpin'. So, stack your Bitcoin. Who cares if its number go up, dude? At this point, we're using these assets to get ourselves out of the system because the dollar ain't your thing. It's dropping. It's done. It's no more. So stack your assets and whatever that is up. Start hedging in anything you possibly can, and get the hell out of the system. So but hopefully the IRS is gone. We'll be watching. Hopefully next week. We've audited it. Elon audited it, and hopefully the week after that, it's just sayonara. So
This is Andrew Joseph from CNN. Just to tune in and let you know, there is no truth to the rumor that they're going to nationalize the Federal Reserve System.
How we doing, Panda? So, yeah. So CNN. That stands for what
Communist
does that stand for? So we have Communist News Network. We have FA News. What are the other ones? Not their acronyms, please. What does MSNBC stand for?
Michael Savage is best. I don't know.
Michael Savage News Broadcasting Communist
System. Yeah.
Hold up. MSDNC. That's what it is. It's just the Microsoft Democratic National Committee. So with that, but you know what? Look at me.
You're WorldNet Daily now?
Yeah. We're the media now. Forget them.
You are the resistance.
We are the resistance. So, but with that, Andrew, anything else to say so we can close out? We've gone 3 minutes over on this great time to be alive. I know. I'll quit.
Don't forget it. Visit us at therealactionstore.com. We need your help. You are the resistance. Band.video.
Thank you, Alex. That was a wonderful endorsement. I'm glad that you could come onto the show. Andrew, goodbye.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you too, and both Andrew and Alex. You guys have fun backstage. I know what you guys are going to do. With that, I am the legacy of Jennifer and Kaiser. That was Andrew Joseph, or maybe that was Alex Jones. I don't know. But
stop impersonating me.
Peace. Live peacefully, prosperous. I don't even fucking remember. I don't even. But peace out, y'all, and have a good weekend. Bye.
InfoWarsLive.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Steve Okerlund, and I'd like to welcome you to WCW Nitro.
You know, brother, you think you know what it takes to beat Hollywood Hogan, who wants to climb in the ring and try out the largest arms in the world. Oh, stop.
You want to wrestle an inch more Ric Flair, you gotta be able to walk that out and style and profile. Woo!
You really think you're ready for a
You really think you're ready for the Scorpion Deathlock? You think you're ready for a fatal encounter?
This is why they call me the total package. If you have a pain threshold to withstand the butcher rack, let's find out.
Hallo, hier ist Alex Wright.
Wenn ihr High-Flying Wrestling Action wollt, Spinning Sidekick, Top Turnbuckle Dropkick, dann nehmt mich. Der Sieg ist euch sicher. Versprecht euch.
Oh yeah! Watch the flying elbow drop off the top rope. Not only beat people 1, 2, 3, but I hurt him real bad.
It only takes one of 1,000 holds. I think you're man enough for the challenge. You better be ready to wrestle, because you know, when you get in the ring with Eddie Guerrero, it's going to be high-flying and exciting.
Hey, anytime you feel froggy, man, I'll slap on the buzz killer, rip your shoulder right out of socket. Wolfpack style! Hey, funky boy. Like there's a choice here? Good God! Pick the man with the plan. Pick DDP! Hey, all you suckers out there, you wanna play the game? You wanna play with the big boy? Put your feet on the button, cause when you go down 110th Street, it's gonna be on like Nedbone, sucker!
This is Booker T from Harlem Heat, hardcore OG brother from 110th Street. The minute you punks got the guts to step up to the plate, push the plate.
Yo, Chico, you selected Scott Hall? Get ready for a wild ride on the outside.
Hey there! How'd you like to get power bomb? Come on, take me. I'm begging you, please.
You think you got the courage to step in the ring? I think you're gonna wind up in a snap neck with a choke slam.
Technical wrestler, high flyer, brawler. It don't matter what you consider yourself to be. When you're in the ring with the crippler, you're a loser.